If you enjoy this cruise, and others like it, consider subscribing to not miss another. Hey, I'm Joy. Let's go for a cruise. Welcome back to Warsong. In the last episode, we had our first proper fight against some monsters, and, well... yeah, it didn't go as well as I had wanted. Not so much that we lost commanders, more so that we didn't manage to accomplish much. Yeah, Mina was doing all of the work in that chapter, and we weren't even in control of her. Anyways, let's move on. Chapter 5. Army of the Empire. Joining the reinforcements from Sulrus, Garett finally begins his march into Baltia. Win condition: defeat enemy leader Lance. The loss: death of Garett. And oh boy, Lance's army has a lot of cavalry, it looks like. That is going to be a bit of a problem. Anyways, we have new characters again. Joining us is, starting with Thorn. He is one of a handful of characters that I can best describe as generic knights. I think there's like 3 of them. Thorn is one of them, and they all share the exact same promotion tree, and they're by far the most basic promotion trees in the game, outside of Baldrav, who literally doesn't have one. They're all more or less very similar to each other, though I think their base stats are all that really separate them, so yeah. Thorn is the first one we get, and his gimmick seems to be defense, I guess, with his, well, he gives his units defense, but he has attack. I don't know. Either way, he's level 3, so he's a bit behind. Granted, Sabra's only level 4, so she's not that far ahead. We also get Mina, finally. After 2 whole chapters of her being kinda useless with her civilians, she finally appeared last chapter and ended up being the most useful character. Anyways, she's a magic user, a cleric, and she's very much the party healer, finally. We have one. As you can see, she has an MP stat of 8. That means she can cast spells. However, MP, you only get the starting MP, and it does not regenerate in the map at all. So, yeah, use your spells wisely. However, she's not going to be able to do all that much outside of spells, because her guardsman unit, outside of attacking monsters, is kind of just bad. As you can see by the basic soldiers that Sabra gets. Yeah. So, Mina is still a little bit of a liability. Hopefully, she's already halfway to promoting, so hopefully it shouldn't take too much longer to get her there. I also didn't notice until I was editing last episode that Garett also has magic now. He has an MP stat after leveling up. Or promoting, I mean. So, yeah, Garett's definitely going to be our most useful. And since Baldrov's no longer here, he's gonna have to fill in for the sort of strong character that can weaken the enemies so everyone else can actually level up and catch up to him. Because, yeah, we need to get Sabra and Thorn and Mina. All 3 of them need levels desperately. And it's especially useful that he leveled up because he gets archers. Until now, I don't think it's really mattered much, but there is indeed a sort of... I hate to compare it to Fire Emblem again, but like Fire Emblem has the weapon triangle, this game has unit strengths and weaknesses. There are 3 unit types that have a sort of rock, paper, scissors. So, infantry units, like the soldier, are strong against archers, supposedly, but weak against cavalry. Cavalry are strong against the soldiers, but weak against archers. And archers, filling out it, are strong against cavalry, weak against soldiers. Again, supposedly. The archer's ability to shoot first kind of does away with its weakness, to be honest with you. Because, yeah. I don't know, I haven't really had the chance to see its weakness actually be exploited yet, so I don't know how much it actually exists. I'm gonna bring Mina a few more guardsmen, because, oh boy, she's gonna need numbers to make up for the... But especially with Lance and all of his cavalry, it's very much a case that Garett needs those archers, so... yeah. This is definitely the most soldiers I'm bringing into a battle at once, because we actually have units capable of enough units to actually go that much, and Mina needs the numbers. Anyways, on top of that, in terms of items, I did figure out the Great Sword and the Cross. The Great Sword, as far as I can tell, it doesn't actually mention anywhere in-game what they do, so I have... and same thing goes for the manual as well. But I did find out through a fan wiki, hopefully that actually means something. Anyways, they provide simple stat bonuses. The Cross supposedly provides +2 defense, so... I think Mina could benefit from it, to be honest. Meanwhile, the Great Sword provides +2 attack. I think I'll give that to Sabra, because her and Thorn have the same exact attack. Garett's fine. He has... promoting definitely helped his base stats. But yeah, hopefully that does well enough. Okay, alright. So this... yeah, alright. I think that should be fine. Hopefully. We still have that 5th commander slot, despite not having... we are very much spread out. That is not something I exactly like, but... I think I'll put... Garett there. Mina can cover him. The flanks. Sabra can go there since she has the item, and Thorn, I'll put him there. You can't really see the map, so I don't know how bad a choice these my placements might be, but yeesh. The enemy is approaching. All troops in position at once. Yes, sir. The remaining troops of Baltia. I'll get you all. We can get through here. The Castle of Baltia should be right in front of us. I'm sure the enemy will ambush us here. We can't retreat now. Everyone stay close and try not to get hurt. Right, so let's see Lance's forces up there. Alright, so that's a level 2 commander with horsemen, knights, dark elves. A level 4. First commander has fighters, they're level 4. Horsemen, knight. They're level 4. And Lance and his... yeah, they're level 7. Alright, oh boy. Jeez, his stat bonuses to his men. Yeah, Garett's definitely gonna have to be the one to face him. Alright, so... the mountain pass... it's more of a choke point there. Jeez. If Baldarov was still around and had his archers, this map would be much better for me. Because because that is way too much cavalry. Well, alright, well... I think the best bet would be to... I think the mountain pass would be the best option in my opinion. Hang on a minute. Honestly, this mountain is probably the most defensive area I can be in, so... This is when the videos are the maps are gonna slow down because of all the troops we have. Sabra, how much in danger would you be staying on this flank? I mean, they are the weaker ones, but I don't think I'm not sure I'd rather want you to just stick around there, but... Ah, well. Let's get you on a defensive position. And Thorn, what am I gonna do with you, buddy? Could set him up to go to this mountain pass. Because that's the one saving grace about the mountain passes. Horses have massive movement penalties on mountain passes, at least according to the manual. So, yeah, that's probably a big saving grace to us. We need to utilize that terrain well. There's gotta be at least one that gets left in the dust like that. Alright. Jeez. What am I doing? There we go. Yeah. They're just moving along down that way. They're just charging down the mountain pass, it seems. Jeez, the movement on Lance. Yeah, I don't think Sabra is going to be a very good idea to leave down that way. I think I'm definitely going to have to move her to keep up with Garett and Mina, because, oh boy, does not look like it's going to be a fun time for her. It's just her and 4 soldiers as well against all of those cavalry. Yeah, she's not gonna be able to take those on alone. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, Thorn, the cavalry guys on the flank aren't going around to get him, so I think I can set them up to take this mountain pass here now. I wouldn't exactly call it ambush, but hit their flank. That's the term I'm looking for. Yeah, attack their flank. That should be a good idea. Granted, his soldiers aren't exactly good. I'm not gonna get much place fast, but... And Garett's definitely gonna have to be the vanguard. He's the only one He's the only one I honestly trust being able to take on all of those guys. Because, let's be honest here, the rest of my forces aren't exactly the strongest. Mina is gonna be very hard to level up with her lack of strength, because you can't level up by healing. You can only level up by securing a kill on an enemy. So, with her and her lesser troops, it's gonna have to rely heavily on her and her own magic attacks, because otherwise I do not see her surviving with levels, with the guardsmen. Yeah, alright. Just set up in the mountain pass and take a defensive position, because I do not see any other means of doing anything. I don't know what that guy's doing. The guy with the archers, I'm definitely wary about. My soldiers are supposedly stronger than them, but how much exactly? Yeah, they're all just funneling into this area. Attack the enemy's commander! The troops will be disorganized without someone to lead them! Alright. So, there's this choke point here. I think I'll set up around here then. Okay. Hang on, is that within his range? That is. No. I haven't checked what spell he has yet, anyways. I can check what her spells are. Yeah, healing. 2 points. She can cast that 4 times. Alright. For up there, then. Stick to the mountains. They're our best hope. No, her command range is actually kind of big. I just realized. That is her command range. Yeah, 4. Wow, alright. She's got a big range. Sabra, you gotta move it, girl. Need your help over here as soon as possible. Okay, and Thorn, start moving you towards that pass. jeez. Okay. Should be meeting the enemy very soon. Those guys aren't moving. Seem to slowly be deciding to funnel in, but that guy's leading the charge then. First commander. Yes, soldiers, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And Lance and his horsemen are falling right behind. The other horse guy just didn't move at all. Attention! Be on guard at all times! Yes, sir! Understood. They're coming, alright. Let's move Garett into a better position then. Move up. Doesn't matter, he's out in the open. Sabra, she's gonna be a bit because she has to go through these mountains. And actually, she's not that far behind. And Thorn. Note that these white peaks here are impassable, so keep that in mind. Yep, here they come. That's Lance right there. Okay, he's just charging straight into Garett and his archers. Wow, okay. That's real smart of him. Hopefully this doesn't become a bad idea by proxy of ending the map too soon, because that would just be embarrassing. Also kind of bad, because, again, I need levels. I desperately need to level up everyone else, because otherwise that's just gonna soft lock the game. Legitimately, from what I hear, if you do not keep up with the levels, you will legitimately just get everyone left behind and unable to actually do much of anything. Okay, yeah, the commanders, at least, are definitely strong. Not be the wisest choice, but I kind of want to push back from the choke point, open up the playing field so that my other commanders can actually get some decent hits in. otherwise this map is just gonna end too soon, as Lance and Garett are gonna clash, and that's just gonna be bad for Lance, I'm certain of it. Magic does he have? Healing? Okay, I guess that's good to know. Do I remember to move Sabra? I think I did. It's just this wave of enemies coming into this mountain pass now. Not sure how well it's gonna go for everyone, but... And that's how soldiers are better than archers. Alright. Ow. Some of Lance's horses. I think I might want to pull back a bit, honestly. Okay, yeah. What's the range on our magic? Decent bit. Garett, you and your men move back a bit. Okay, that's good. Mina, move your men to sort of block the way for a bit. May not go over well for you, but eh. Delaying actions. Gotta do that, you know? Then Mina, you yourself, yeah, definitely... That's definitely going to be very necessary and needed. Sabra, move up so you can help. That's... Ah! Ah, well. You stay there so you don't do anything stupid. While Thorn, you take a position there. Slowly send his troops out to assist. Yeah, alright. Oh. Nah, that's fine. Yeesh. Okay. Yeah, I was definitely misled by Baltarov's archers. Kinda held out. A little. Okay, Sabra, move in, see what you can do against this guy. Not bad. Meanwhile, Garett and his archers need to move back, because they're not going to last on the front line anymore. I was definitely misled of Archer's strength by Baldarov and his, so... whoops. Meanwhile, Mina's guardsmen can move in and finish this guy off. Yeah, her guardsmen definitely are not the grandest. That is very much the case. Yeesh! Ay, man. They stink. Ay. Make sure that Sabra's men are in range. Garett, just treat yourself. Yeah, stay where you are. And, Thorn, you and your men can't really do all that much. Guess we can at least move them so better take part. I think I'll call it after this turn as well, because this map is definitely going to take a while, and, again, I'm trying to not to let the videos go too long, so let's see how this goes. Yeesh. These guardsmen are utterly terrible, indeed. Yeah! Yeah, Lance's men are definitely the strongest around here. Okay, I think I'll call it there then. Yeesh, Lance himself is there, and I have no idea how I'm gonna be able to take him out. Yeesh. I definitely need to pull back Mina. She's just gonna... her and her troops are just gonna be cannon fodder, I'm certain, but... oh well. But, yeah, I'll leave it there for now. This map is definitely gonna be a bit of a challenge for me. And it's only chapter... what, 5, right? Ugh. Okay. Anyways, keep your ears on the wireless. I'll be sailing off for now. Hope you can join me for the next cruise. Till then, bon voyage.